It's a she brass. Now they're moving in. Moving up. Trizom, the first one to go in. Been one of the goes of the day, this Callaway Cruiser. 2.30 into $1.95 fixed odds. Looks a nice race for this filly today. She's drawn a good barrier down in the weights. Has to take on the older company, but the mile looks suitable. Fourth up. Looks hard. Your Dream and Royal Valorum go in together. Bye Bye Magpie is about to go in. Arroyo Grand. Callaway Cruiser still away from the gates. She's a very pretty sort of horse. 3 white socks, big baldy face. She hasn't got a drop of sweat on her over there at the start. Here's Arroyo Grand about to come in. Arroyo Grand goes up. Callaway Cruiser now the favourite, taking up her spot. So Callaway Cruiser, the filly, secured in the gates. And now Bye Bye Magpie along with Exhilarated to come up. Kurt Goldman with 2 runners. Exhilarated in a white cap. It's in and they're set to go here. Race 5, Callaway Cruiser, heavily backed. She's drawn in close, the fave. Ready now. Couple just a bit edgy toward the middle. Look to stand better now, red light. Racing. Callaway Cruiser flew out of the barriers, the favourite. She was the first to begin. Mysticism going for speed along the inside. Sun Wisp, Royal Valorum nice and handy from Stausch running 5th early. Then Arroyo Grand, Exhilarated getting back from Your Dream. 2 lengths Strata Time, Bye Bye Magpie. And Trizom is the tail end. A bit of speed on here. They string out over 14. And Mysticism from an inside gate able to hold the front, leads by a half. Callaway Cruiser. Stausch is out 3 wide, running 3rd from Royal Valorum the fence, and Sun Wisp the middle. 1.5 away Arroyo Grand, a similar break to Exhilarated. 3/4 back on the fence to Your Dream, inside of Strata Time. 1 to Bye Bye Magpie, and Trizom just shading it now on the fence. Mysticism came off the back at the 800 metres mark, leading by a length. Callaway Cruiser, the favourite, following this leader everywhere. They've snuck away here, this pair, leading by 3 lengths now on Sun Wisp, Royal Valorum, Stausch hard ridden. Followed then by Arroyo Grand, Exhilarated. At the head of the others was Your Dream, Strata Time, Bye Bye Magpie, and Trizom last straightening, rounding the turn. It's Mysticism at the 450. Callaway Cruiser yet to be called upon. She pulls away up level now. Then Royal Valorum, Sun Wisp, Exhilarated to the outside from Arroyo Grand, but Callaway Cruiser struck the front inside the 300 metres. She's been left out on her own a long way from home here. 1.5 lengths in front of Mysticism. Down the outside, Exhilarated from Sun Wisp. It's Callaway Cruiser in front. Had to pull the whip here, Bensley, but she's clear. Mysticism fights on. Exhilarated's flying. Callaway Cruiser, danger. Exhilarated going to it and grabbed it on the line. Exhilarated got up to win from Callaway Cruiser and Mysticism. 4th home, there's 4 in line there. Sun Wisp, Arroyo Grand, and Bye Bye Magpie warmed up at the finish. Royal Valorum just behind those, followed in by the next home, Your Dream, and then came Stausch, well back Strata Time, and Trizom. Exhilarated, the winner. That favourite left a sitting shot a fair way out, Callaway Cruiser. And he had to pull the stick through Bensley at about the 150. You sort of knew then that she was in a little bit of trouble, and Exhilarated has found the line well. And the fillies and mares dominated that race. They've run 1, 2, 3. And Exhilarated at decent odds, 25.70 and 4.90 for James Innes Jr. and Kurt Goldman take it out, defeating 7 Callaway Cruiser. Richard Bensley, Nick Olive and Mysticism. Heather Poland for Kurt Goldman. Kurt saddling 1st and 3rd in that race. A long neck by 3/4. The time 1:37.60. And the last 600, 36.92. 36.92 was the last 600. So a good result for the Goulburn stable there. A good result for the Goulburn yard. Running first and third. Had the fortune to go and check out his setup there where he trains at Goulburn. It's one of the best setups you've ever seen. The training facilities there are A1. And a good result for the stable here. So that wraps it up. Hand it back to all studios after the running of the 5th.
All right, there we go, Kurt Goulburn. You sent 2 around there, first and third. And this one, first up from a long break, you had it nice and ready.
Yeah, look, she's, I know her form on paper probably didn't read very good, but she's, you know, she's okay. Obviously wants ground, you know, resuming over a mile. She'd done plenty of work at home on the sand hills up the hills at home. We're quite happy with her, actually. She won a jump out at Goulburn the other day, which was quite surprising over just a half mile, but that was just to sort of blow a few cobwebs out of her. And look, she probably got the race run to suit today. You know, the 2 litres, my other horse, you know, I wanted it to go out and you know, from a good gate, be positive. She's a little bit one pace, so it probably set it up for the other horse. But look, all in all, it was probably a good effort, and hopefully she'll go on from here.
Mate, I think she probably will. And look, some of her form on a home track at Goulburn last prep, they weren't bad runs, were they?
Like I said, on paper it didn't look very good. She's quite luckless. Goulburn Cup meeting, missed out on a decent run, and start before that at Goulburn was really good. She only got beat a length and a half. I think she ran 5th that day. So yeah, she's always been thereabouts, but just needed the right race run to suit.
Well, mate, she got that, but just watching her pull up here, she's come back. You had her nice and forward, so, mate, you're liking the conditions up there at Goulburn, a great complex.
Oh, it is. It's terrific. You know, like I said, the training up on the sand hills up home, and you know, it's great conditioning for these sort of horses. And you know, I think it's proven today. We've got one first up, one second up, both over a mile, and they've both, you know, toughed it out quite well. So.
All right, mate. Well, look, the horses are going very, very well. Well done there.
Thank you.
There's Kurt Goulburn here. We'll have a chat to Jimmy Innes. And Jimmy, it was a solidly run race, that.
Yeah, it was. Look, they ripped along. Leading in a lovely spot. She travelled good throughout. Can be a bit lazy. She switched off the mid-stage, and look, she did the rest. Full credit to her.
And, mate, look, you thought you were going to wind them up. You got in the clear. Those leaders had to stop.
They had to stop. To stop. But, look, the stick was a bit greasy and come out there. So, look, I'm just glad she got the job done.
Mate, you're back up at Godolphins now. You've been there how long have you been there now?
I've been there about a month now, so all's going well. I just got to keep improving and earn the right to wear the royal blue.
That's it, mate. Just keep going around. Well done.
Cheers, thank you.
There's Jimmy Innes and Kurt Goulburn, the first, and settled up the first and the third runners there. Callaway Gal, I thought she was the best bet of the day, but she was in trouble on the corner there. There was not much left in the tank by the time she straightened up, but all honours with the winner, Exhilarating, a long neck by 3/4 of a length. 1:37 they ran, 9, 11 and 12. Back to you in the studio there, Jace.